All right, welcome everyone. We are Amber and Jared Smithson, certified health coaches, and we're so excited that you have taken some time out of your busy schedule to learn a little bit more about creating health in 2017. Let's go ahead and get going. All right, this is us.
And this is who we used to be.
That's right.
We absolutely love Take Shape for Life and what it has taught us over the last 8 years that we've been a part of this fantastic journey. Previous to 8 years ago, we both struggled with our health. She actually got healthy before I did. But I was at a place in my life where I was an athlete my whole life. And then all of a sudden I go out into the workplace. I graduated from college. I go out in the workplace and I was a lot less active. I wasn't in control of what I was eating as often. And so I went long periods of time without eating and stuff like that. And when I made the commitment to get healthy again, I didn't know about Take Shape for Life yet. I just went back to what I knew best, and that was exercise. And I did that really, really religiously for 2 years. And I lost 25 pounds in about 15 months, followed by the rest of that second year, a 9-month plateau. And that became really frustrating. I remember the point, I was doing a lot of circuit training. I was moving from one station to the next. And I had to stop, go through my head, and it wasn't a good one. It was, Jared, you hate exercise. And exercise had always been what I loved to do. It wasn't about weight loss or weight management or anything. It was just what I loved to do. And all of a sudden I hated it. It was kind of a low point in my life because I started to really look around at my life. I looked at my wife and our 3 kids, and they were fantastic, but I wasn't as happy as I thought I should be, right? And I started to recognize that a lot of it had to do with I was kind of out of control in a lot of areas of my life, and my health was one of them. And I wanted to gain that confidence again, and I wanted to really know what I could do to create the life that I wanted. So that's when we found Take Shape for Life. Amber's mom was a health coach, and she reached out to us and just said, Jared, just give it a shot. So I gave it a shot, and so 25 pounds in 2 years. Well,
On your own.
On my own. And then my last 25 pounds came off a lot faster than that. It actually came off in about a month. Results not typical. But I felt fantastic. I lowered my blood pressure, my cholesterol, my energy levels were off the charts again. I felt, I'm 42 now. I was mid-30s at the time, but I felt 15, 20 years younger. And hopefully I didn't act 15, 20 years younger.
Nope, you've always acted like that.
Oh.
So, but for me, I actually lost 35 pounds, and this picture that's on the screen is only 8 of it. But I think that the biggest thing to remember is that we're never done. Even though I lost 35 pounds over 13 years ago, it's something that you're continually working on. And this 8 pounds was after I had had a tonsillectomy, and we all just need tune-ups in our health. And that's the one thing I love about Take Shape for Life. Well, it's one of the many things I love, is that we're all just a community of people who are focused on getting better each day and keeping up on our health and making sure that we are having that best health that we can have.
Yeah, I love this chart that Dr. Anderson put together about the 6 that go through the 6 steps of optimal health. And you'll notice there that number 2 is reaching a healthy weight. And then there's a whole bunch of, there's 4 more steps after that. Sometimes we overstep step 1. And I love that Amber said that sometimes there's just tune-ups, because preparing for your journey is something that we do like almost on a daily basis. We give some forethought to what we want to create in our life that day. And if you want to really get what you want, you prepare for that journey each day. Still to this day, 8 years after losing a total of 50 pounds, on a weekly basis, we go over what we want to eat for dinners that week, what kinds of snack type foods that are going to be healthy for our family that we want to have in our house. And we make a grocery list. I was always told growing up that never go to the grocery store without a list because you're going to buy all kinds of crazy stuff.
Or go hungry, right?
Or go hungry, right? So I prepare for each day of my journey, and some people are like, wow, that's really regimented. It's actually been so freeing for me to know that I don't have to make decisions in a split second, that I've already made a lot of those decisions long beforehand.
Yeah, and I love it's step 2 is reach a healthy weight. I mean, for so many people, they go on a diet. Oh, it's January 1st, right? I'm going on a diet. Probably people January 2nd this year because that's a Monday. You got the double whammy there. But step 2 in this program is reach a healthy weight. And then we have so much more to focus on after that. We're going to transition. We're going to optimize for our age. You know, my grandma's optimal health is going to be different than this guy's optimal health who's still dunking the basketball, right? So really, it's just a journey that we're going on with everyone else in this community. And I love this little red asterisk here, where many people become a coach. It's before you reach your healthy weight, because we as coaches, we're not perfect. We're all just on this journey together, and that's what I love about it. So before we get too much into explaining what it is that we do as coaches, I would love to bring on Julie to just take a few minutes and share your journey with us. Julie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Yep, there I am. My name's Julie, and I started about almost a year ago. My coach was telling me about this program that she was on, because we were at a meeting, and I had there was a potluck, and I just wanted to eat like all the food, but you know, I wasn't comfortable in where I was weight-wise, health-wise. I had really bad indigestion. My knees were starting to get bad. And she told me about this program that she lost 55 pounds in 5 months. And I was like, well, did you live in the gym or what? She goes, I didn't even walk around the block. So I told her, well, tell me more about it. So I was skeptical at first, but then I started it, and I saw the results within the first couple of weeks were awesome. And so not even a month into the program, I decided I wanted to become a coach and share this solution with others, because it was just, I had been working out for about a year prior, and I was stoked because I lost 20 pounds in a year. And with this program, I lost 32 pounds in just about 4 months. So it was like, I got to offer this to other people. And being a coach allowed me to do that, and then allowed me to share with others that they want to become coaches and help build their communities. So it's been a pretty awesome journey.
Julie, can you tell us a little bit about how it's kind of affected you with your healthy mind as well?
Yeah, I definitely find that being a coach has been kind of my calling. I've always been in sales, but I've never been able to really get behind what I wanted to, what it was I was doing. Because it wasn't something that I was like really excited about, but this has helped me to kind of figure out not my purpose, but my role, because I'm able to help other people. I'm able to help them get healthy, and then to hear their stories about them getting healthy and seeing the change in their confidence, and that just has helped boost my confidence and my mindset so much, and just makes me just want to go after it even more.
Awesome. I love that. I think that it's just so amazing how just our community of people, how we all just help each other. None of us are perfect yet. You know, I'm not. I don't know about you, Jared, but
she knows I'm not.
None of us are perfect, and we're all just on this road together. And I love that. So, Julie, congratulations on your awesome success.
Thank you.
We see this every single day.
And one of the things that I love that Julie mentioned it's actually one of my favorite quotes from author and filmmaker Simon Sinek. He says, people don't care what you do, they care why you do it. And what we do is really powerful and awesome, but why we do it is even greater, because we're talking about why people want to be alive. we want people to be happy and fulfilled, and part of all of that is really encompassed in our 4-component system. And we're going to talk about each one of these individually, but just as an overview, every single one of our clients and coaches in our community, they get a free health coach, our Habits of Health system written by our medical director, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, and it's phenomenal. This is what sold us on this company. We got a hold of this book from Amber's mom 8 years ago, and we read it over this time of year, Christmas holiday, and we're like, this is how we want to live our lives. And especially because there's lots of big charts and graphs and stuff. It wasn't just like endless text. Our community is phenomenal. I'm a believer now more than ever in my life that nobody succeeds at anything in life by themselves. That even people who appear to be on center stage by themselves, they had parents and mentors and teachers and all this team of people around them. And that's what our community really does. And then last but not least, our fuelings. And we teach people how to fuel their life, physiologically, physically, but also mentally.
That's right. So the first component is your health coach. And I love how Julie touched on this, that how she became a health coach just a month in because she kind of felt like he cracked the code is what I was hearing, that we believed in this. And I love that you have a health coach who's on the journey, same as you. And you're just linking arms with that person and saying, hey, I'm going over there and you're going over there towards optimal health. Why don't we go together? That's way more fun.
We're carpooling to health.
We're carpooling to health. I love that. We're very environmentally conscious.
That's right.
But your health coach just really, it helps you, stay accountable, and he or she just really helps you to know that you're not alone in this.
Our Habits of Health system that Dr. Anderson wrote, during this process of learning and educating yourself, you're going to be reminded of a lot of things that you already know, but it's going to piece things together in a really functional way. Some of the things that we're going to touch on are just very simple, like timing of when you eat, how it affects your body physiologically. And then we're going to work mostly on our mindset, like how we think about things. Are we focused on what we don't want, or are we focused on what we do want? And then and actually becoming more hyper-focused on what we do want, and the rest of life kind of takes care of itself.
Yeah, there's a funny phenomena that happens 4 weeks after January 2nd this year, is that all the gyms are empty and the donut shops are filled up again. And there's a reason why this happens. And Dr. A just so elegantly explains it in his book, because I always wondered, what happens? Why does that happen when people set goals? So that was one thing that I loved about this program, is that we have this education that helps you to change that mindset.
Yep. And then our community, I won't go into great depth or anything, but I read this book about how everything in the world requires balance, right? Even atoms at the very smallest level. And when atoms are out of balance, they go and link up with other atoms to create balance. And then they become cells. And cells do the same thing. When they're out of balance, they go and connect with other cells. And human beings are the same way. We're just a bunch of atoms and cells, right? So when we're out of balance, it's really key to join together with other human beings, because other people are strong in areas that we're weak, and we're strong in ways that they might be weak. So when we come together, we create this, a lot of people use the word synergy. More energy, more strength, more, you can't sweep a floor with one piece of straw. But when you put a whole bunch of straw together, it becomes a broom. And we're able to do a lot more work, a lot more efficiently. And
I love the Take Shape for Life community, because it's just people like us, people who have goals, people who want their health to get better. And we have an online community like with our social media, Facebook groups. We have our Wednesday night Habits of Health webinar that people hop on and we learn about health together and support each other. And then there's also in-person events that are just happening all around the country. Like January 7th, we have our Elevate Now events that are going on. So ask the person who invited you if there's a local event that's going on near you.
Last but not least in our 4 components are our fuelings. And fueling your body is so critical. If you put water or sugar or some other substance in your gas tank of your car is not going to function properly. Our bodies are the same way. We get out of it what we put into it. A lot of people here that have heard the term garbage in, garbage out. I like to change the G's to greatness in, greatness out. So when we put great things into our body, we're able to get greatness out of our bodies. And fueling our bodies is critical to the way we think, to our energy levels. And really, I didn't understand this until I started doing it fully. But when I started to fuel my body correctly, and I started to learn how to fuel my body correctly, my confidence level rose in so many different areas of my life because I mastered one thing. And I was like, wow, I feel really comfortable and confident that I can do this. And especially making it as simple as possible.
Yeah, baby steps towards health, right? Well, before we get into explaining exactly how our programs work, that, Julie has talked about her awesome success, and I wanted to bring on another awesome friend of ours and fellow health coach, Jen Walker, to share a little bit about her journey and her story. Jen, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thanks so much for this opportunity to share my story. So I am a mom of 5, and I've always been interested in taking care of my body. I wanted to, I was scared that later in life, despite my efforts to eat healthy and exercise, I would start to pack on the pounds. I wondered when the weight would start sticking to me. I counted calories like it was nobody's business, and I would eat a smoothie for breakfast, a salad for lunch, an ice cream shake for dinner. And I figured if I stayed under the calorie number that I wouldn't gain weight. But my body wasn't really getting the nutrition that I needed. And I didn't know about a lot of things like the glycemic index or healthy habits. I love to cook, but I found myself in the kitchen cooking more healthy meals in my eyes at that time for me versus the rest of my family. And that was too many dishes. All of that was exhausting. And a baker at heart, I became nervous when I would make cinnamon rolls. I would seriously be out of control eating up to 10 cinnamon rolls in a batch. And I was terrible at drinking my water. So I had a lot to learn that I didn't know. And this program changed me forever. And I feel like this, that my life is more simple now. And that's a huge deal, especially in this day and age. And I cook healthy meals for me and my family now. And I have taught my children about nutrition, and they know how to read a nutrition label, and they understand what's healthy. And we focus on bringing nutrition to our bodies as a family, and we never talk about being fat or skinny. And I have the vision of health that I really didn't have before. I feel happy when I put my favorite jeans on and they actually fit me. And I'm in control of what I eat, and I don't feel deprived. I think that's a big issue that a lot of people find when they try to get healthier, and it sets them back. So I've really changed the way I think about food, and I know this works. This program's amazing. And I lost 35 pounds after baby 5, and I have kept it off for 3 years. And so, with this being important to me, another aspect is that I'm so happy I became a coach. I love helping people who struggle and who have no hope. And I learn a lot from them. And I also love people who are just like me and who want to think about food differently and just need a jump start and some education. So thanks for giving me an opportunity to share my story. Appreciate it.
Awesome, Jen. I love that. Oh my gosh, you said so many good things that it's so true. It's not all about the numbers on the scale. I mean, our weight loss plan, it works like a charm. And of course, results vary and everything is typical, different for everyone, but it's one of those things that I love, that when you follow a system, you have that support, you have community surrounding you, and it's simple and straightforward, then we can really find those predictable results that people are looking for in their life.
Yeah, it's predictable transformation in any area of life is what people are always searching for. Whether you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to put on muscle, or I hear people all the time, I'm not a marathon runner, but they're like, oh, I run this many miles each day and systematically like this in order to get my times down and my distances up and stuff. People use systems all the time. And systems are there to kind of take the guesswork out of it. And so I love everything that Jen shared. You know, our fuelings, when we talk about fueling our lives, it's really important to understand how to fuel your body, both timing and what to put in your body. So we teach people to eat 6 small balanced meals each day. It's about every 2 to 3 hours that you're eating. And what that does is it balances your blood sugars, controls the insulin response in the body, and therefore revs up your metabolism, puts your body into a fat burning state where your body is utilizing your fat storage as its primary source of energy rather than all of the sugar storage and stuff like that we normally hold on to. So the thing that totally transformed my life when I started this program is I did not have time for all the food prep. And what I found in the last 8 years is there is no healthier food on the planet. You can't pick anything off a tree or pull anything out of the ground that has all the balance that one of our meals does.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about our feelings. Now, Take Shape for Life is an awesome company, and they make health simple, and I love that. I know that I've gone through periods of time where I've, chopped and prepared and counted every calorie and counted fiber grams and all this stuff, trying to, build a Lego mountain of what my diet was. And I ask you, how long does that usually last? It usually is not sustainable long term. So I love that we have fuelings that are just grab and go. They're nutritious, low calorie. They keep you full for 2 to 3 hours. Now, sometimes people will look at, a smaller meal and they'll go, that's not going to fill me up. Well, it will for 2 to 3 hours, which is actually how you're supposed to fuel your body anyway.
Yep, we're not trying to fuel you in one meal for the entire day.
That's right. And that they're easy, they're cost neutral. If you're buying healthy food, then these fuelings are not going to cost any more than you're spending on healthy food. And even unhealthy food. I mean, I knew before I got healthy, I could drop, $12 on lunch.
Really easily.
It usually wasn't very healthy.
And that was with 0 tip. So we're going to explain just one of our plans. Our program is what we just explained, eating 6 carb protein balanced meals during the day. And we can start clicking this because I know that we're going to add some water to this too.
Oh, yeah.
So our 5-in-1 plan is one of our weight loss plans. And so to make it really, really simple, you're only going to have to focus on making 1 meal a day yourself. And we call that our lean and green meal, lean protein, non-starchy vegetables. And then every 2 to 3 hours, you're going to pick one of our medically designed fuelings. And you see some examples of it here. The beautiful thing about these is whether you're eating that soup or a bar or a shake, you're getting the same nutrition in every single meal. So there's no guesswork. You can read the labels, but you don't have to, and you're going to get the same results.
I love that. And I love the wording on here, predictable transformation. And that's what you've been hearing from us and from Julie and Jen's stories that they shared. It's just predictable. You're following a system that works. It's been medically proven over years and years from so many different medical agencies and people who have tried it themselves. And that's one thing that someone always says, you know what, I don't know if this is going to work for me. And that's true. How would you actually know if this is going to work for you?
Try it. No one ever knows anything until they try it for themselves.
True. So we invite you to try it. We invite you to come along with us and talk to the person who invited you on today. And the awesome thing is that it's cost neutral. So you're already spending money on food, and not just the grocery store, but think about the food that you're spending or the money that you're spending for going out to eat or grab and go. I know that we've saved money while utilizing the fuelings with this program.
Back in the old days, we'd stop at a convenience store and get a drink and a candy bar or whatever, little snack or whatever, and it cost you $4 or $5.
It's true. So between $11 to $17 a day, depending on the different line that you want to go with, can really get you jump started on that journey to health.
Yeah. So where do you go from here? Reach out to the person that invited you onto this webinar and just explore the options. Share with them what your goals are, what you want to accomplish, and if it's a good fit, if there's a good plan to fit your needs and stuff, give it a shot. It's never going to hurt to try. And when I made that choice to try 8 years ago, I only wish that I had tried it earlier, because I knew about it for a year before I actually tried it.
That's so true. And when you think about the upcoming year for 2017, I like to reflect back on the last year, or maybe even the last 5 years. Now, what happened in the last 5 years? Where are you now in your life? And where do you want to be? And if you keep going on the same road that you've been on for the last 5 years, is that going to put you in the same place or a different place in the next 5? I know for us, when we started this 8 years ago, we decided that our 5 years previous to starting with Take Shape for Life was not where we wanted to be. And I personally am so grateful that we did give Take Shape for Life a try. And it's put us on a whole new path, a path where we feel like that we are in control of our future, where we can create the kind of life that we really want. And not just with our health, but with our healthy minds and our healthy finances. So you may have heard some of us talk about how we became a coach, and it's basically something that has definitely blessed us so incredibly much, that we can really give that hand out to someone else and say, come along this journey with us. So you may talk to the person who invited you about how can I help someone? I know of a few people in my life, or maybe a lot of people in my life, who could really benefit from predictable transformation for them. So that may be something that you would like to explore with the person who invited you on. So we just want to finish up by just thanking you for taking time out of your busy day, your busy schedule, to really start just exploring what optimal health could really look like for you. And to thank our speakers today, Jen and Julie, for sharing their awesome stories.
Thanks, everybody. Have a happy new year and happy, healthy 2017.